Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi. Hallelujah. 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 Giving all honors and prayers to Yahweh, Bahashem, Amasiach, Yahawashi. The world eagerly knows Yahweh as God, Yahawashi Mashiach as Jesus Christ. And who are we? We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come in Sabbath in and Sabbath out to wake our people up, to let them know who they are based upon the scriptures. Because we know that everybody has been told that they're black, that they're Latinos, right? That they're Native Americans. But the Most High said that you are the children of Israel, and you need to come back to your heritage, which is the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. Because in the last days, when that sky cracked, if you don't know who you are, you may be utterly destroyed with the heathen, right?
That's right.
Go ahead and bring it out, King.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Hey, King, getting out your car. Hey, brother, getting out your car. Go ahead.
These be the words.
Hey, brother, getting out your car. Hey, you got 5 seconds for the Most High?
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
See, now these are the words that Moses spake unto all Israel, right? Go ahead, King.
On this side, Jordan, in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea.
On this side of America, right?
Over against the Red Sea.
How you doing, brother? You doing good? Hey, based on your father's nationality, who would you be? What's your nationality?
From Africa, man.
You from Africa? What province are you from in Africa?
I'm from Togo.
From where?
Togo.
Toto.
Togo. So
Hey.
the country between Ghana and Nigeria.
Oh, brother. Hey, when you get done, come see us, brother.
Right.
Hey, come over here and see me when you get done. Hey, cause we got people, all praises, King. You already know, King. Man, go ahead from the top, brother. Hey, this might be a great day now.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
To all of America.
Unto all Israel.
Go ahead.
On this side, Jordan, in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel and Laban and Hazeroth and this house.
See, now this is the covenant that the Most High had Moses to make, to bid to the children of Israel, if you know this account. Right? We had just got out of slavery in Egypt. The Most High said, hey, Moses, I want you to bid the children of Israel to come back to these law, statutes, and commandments. Because just like anything, everything has a price, right?
Right.
And we didn't choose the Most High chose us. So in him choosing us, he gave us a law, statute, and a commandment that we had to keep in order for him to be our God, right? How you doing, brother? Hey, man, you believe in the Bible, brother? Come on, brother. Hey, when you be an Israelite according to the Bible, man, you can charge, you know. So the Most High bidded us to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and this is the reason why we're at where we're at. Go ahead, bring that out, King.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
No, he made the covenant with everybody, didn't he?
With the children of Israel.
But everybody get the kingdom of heaven, right?
With the children of Israel.
Read.
In the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb.
How you doing now, brother? Hey, sister. Hey, sister.
sister.
Hey, you believe in the Bible, sister? Hey, sister. When you go through that line after you get done, hey, come here. Give me 2 seconds to show you something. Oh, praises. Go ahead, King.
This verse 2.
Oh, no, you fine. You get on that. So the Most High, hey, go ahead, go back to the top of that.
Okay.
Hey, listen to this, sister.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord spake unto Moses with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb.
Right? So listen to this, sister. So I know, have you ever been to church? And you believe in the Bible, right? So most of the time, they always tell us in church that the Most High came to save who? You can give them both of them. Yeah, let's do that one, Captain. Who do they normally tell us, sister, that the Most High came to save? Right? Hey, sister. Who is us, sister? Hey, who's us, sister? Hey, sister. Con, please come here. Just, hey, and give me, hey, sister. All I'm asking for is just a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, because all we doing is we here to wake our people up and let them know, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans know that we are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, right?
That's right.
Because the Most High isn't coming when he cracked that sky for everybody. See, the churches have told us that the Most High is coming for everybody. And give me the book of Acts chapter 17, 24. Give me the book of Acts chapter 7 and 48. Watch this, sister. I'm going to go ahead and crack that little notion that the Most High is coming in them buildings to save everybody.
This is the book of Acts chapter 17 and verse 24.
Go ahead.
God have made the world.
Right? Can you agree with that? God made the world, right? Go ahead, King.
And all things therein.
All right. Would you agree that he made everything in the earth? Go ahead, King.
Seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth,
Would you agree with that? That he's Lord over heaven and earth, right? Go ahead, King.
dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
Oh, what did you just say?
He dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
But I'm a Baptist. I know I had him, felt him there.
He dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
So he just told you right there in Acts 17, 24, that he's the Lord over heaven and earth, right? He made all the things that dwell therein. He does not dwell with temples made with hands, right? Go ahead and bring your precept out, King.
Khan, this the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet.
See, I said the prophets, huh? Meaning the church. Now, after you go in there, I got another precept, and I'm going to show you who the church really is. Go ahead, go around, sis, and then come back and build with us. All praises, man.
All praises.
Come, right? See, because our people have been lied to, King.
That's right.
Go ahead, bring that out.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 48.
Bring it out.
Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
No, but he in the Seventh-day Adventist.
He dwelleth not in the temples made with hands.
You sure he ain't in the Catholic Church?
He dwelleth not in the temples made with hands.
I mean, the Most High is just simple, man.
As saith the prophet.
As said us.
As saith the prophet.
As said everybody just walk around my cousin Boo Boo.
As saith the prophet.
See, so Most High is simple, man. He say he don't dwell in the temples made with hands, right?
That's right.
Because they keep telling us, oh, well, catch the Holy Ghost, right? Catch the tongues, right? What you're catching is a whole bunch of devils and a whole bunch of evil spirits, right?
Bring it out.
Because, see, the Bible is simple, man. The Most High, he makes things very simple and very easy, right? You got a precept?
Just going back to what you was going in movies and Deuteronomy.
Go ahead, King.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 26 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
This day Yahweh thy power have commanded thee to do these statutes and judgments. Thou should therefore keep and do them.
No, we ain't got to do all the statutes.
Thou should therefore keep and do
I
them.
thought he brought it back down and simplified it to the great two.
Thou shalt therefore keep and do them with all thine heart
With all thy mind, go ahead.
and with all thine soul.
And with all your soul, go ahead.
Verse 17. Thou hast avouched the Lord this day to be thy God.
To be thy who?
To be thy God.
See, thy is a possessive noun, right?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, King.
And to walk in his ways, and to keep his statutes, and his commandments, and his judgments, and to hearken unto his voice.
Con. So you got to listen to his voice. Hey, King in a red truck. Hey, you believe in the Bible, King? Hey, give me 2 seconds, man, of your time so I can show you who we are based on the Bible, King. Just give me 2 seconds, King.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Hey, well, get this flyer then. Get this flyer. Hey, you would be an Israelite probably from either the tribe of Gad or the tribe of Judah, right? Go ahead and bring that precept out, King.
Khan, this the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1.
Bring it out.
This is the book of the commandments of God.
The commandments of us.
The commandments of God.
Go ahead.
And the law that endureth forever.
No, the law was done away with.
The law that endureth forever.
I thought Yahushua had fulfilled the law.
The law that endureth forever.
See, so this law endured forever.
All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Die.
Shall do what?
Shall die.
No, they gonna live.
Shall die.
See, so if you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, if you're a so-called Black, Latino, Native American, right, you're gonna die, man. Right? Thus said the Most High. How you doing, sister? So we out here teaching our brothers and sisters, right, that based on the Bible, that the Most High didn't come for everybody, right? So if you look at this sign, hey King, can you go bring her this sign right here? Show her, hold that up for her. So if you look on that sign, right, based on your father nationality, who would you be? Yeah, that's good.
Con, Judah.
Judah, a so-called black, right? So do you know who else came from that tribe? Oh yeah, okay. I know who else. You know who else came from that tribe? Jesus Christ came from that
That's
tribe.
right.
Hebrews 7. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you can come up on
Watch,
here.
we gonna show you.
If you want to.
You can come up here,
Just
sister.
come up on here. You can
Nobody
sit
gonna hurt
there
you,
in front
sis?
of
We ain't gonna hurt
Go
you.
ahead, we ain't gonna
We
hurt
promise. And if you don't want to get on camera, that's fine too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no big deal. We just here to edify our people.
Yeah,
Come.
Hebrews 7 and
Listen to
14.
this, sister.
Salakia. This the book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
For it is evident
So
that
if
our
you went
Lord,
to, wait a
Salakia,
minute, I'm sorry. So you know, evident, right? If you went to court, right, and they say I had evidence that I saw that brother over there going and shooting everybody, right? They mean they have a nominal, undeniable amount of truth, right? That they know that this happened, right? So read that again from the top.
this the book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
No, he came from Africa.
Out of Judah.
Judah.
Out of Africa?
Out of Judah.
See, so it's evident. So it's a big amount of truth that they know that Yahushua, which the world eagerly called Jesus, right?
That's right.
That he sprung out of Judah. Go ahead, finish that up.
Of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
See, because nobody ever spoke about that as priesthood, right? But Yahushua is the biggest priest there is. There's a order of Melchizedek that he actually took the priesthood from the Levites, which is our priests, and he took it and he actually brought the word the way it was supposed to. Because us being the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we weren't bringing the word, we weren't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, right? So the Most High came and he had to teach us the proper way. So that was the whole reason why Jesus came, right? Go ahead, bring that precept out.
Khan, this the book of Matthew, chapter 7, Salakia, chapter 5 and verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
No, the laws ain't here anymore.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
But to what?
But to fulfill.
Right? So a lot of people think that he fulfilled it. He took the law, statutes, and commandments away, right? But he had to fulfill the things that the prophets spoke about, which him being crucified, right, for his people. Bring me the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21. Right? He had to come and be crucified for his people. He had to ride into Jerusalem on a donkey, right? It's all them things that he had to fulfill based on the Bible. Go ahead, bring that out.
Khan, this the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 21.
Bring it out.
And she shall bring forth a son, and shall name his name, Aslaki, and shall call his name Jesus.
Right? So you know who we talking about, right? Talk about Mary, right? She shall have a son, and she shall call his name Jesus, right? Go ahead.
For he shall save his people.
No, everybody.
His people.
You sure it don't say everybody?
He shall save his people from their sins.
Right? Because they say everybody can have their sins forgiven, right? Right? Give me the book of Psalms chapter 147, 19 and 20. Watch this. And then go ahead and bring your precept up.
Con. This the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 54.
Bring it out.
And after these, Adam also, whom
Right.
thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
Right? Because you know about Adam, right? And the Most High made him Lord over all the creatures, right? Go ahead.
Of him come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Right? See, so what he's saying is, the Most High said that he made all people, right? But then he had Adam. Go from the top so I can break it down for a little bit.
Salaki. This the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 54.
Bring it out.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
Right? Because he made Adam Lord over all the creatures, right? Go ahead, King.
Salaki. Of him come we all.
Right? We all came from Adam. Go ahead.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Right? Because he made, see, people keep thinking that he only made Adam and Eve, right? But he actually made a bunch of people. First, the Most High made Adam, right? And then the host of heaven and Jesus made everybody else. Because see, Jesus can't do anything the Father doesn't teach him. So once the Father shows him how to do it, then he does it. Just like, I don't know if you know, but there's 3 heavens. Did you know that? There's the heaven where the Father, the Creator, sits, right? Then there's the second heaven where Jesus, where all the galaxies, all that. Then there's a third heaven where the moon, the stars, and the sun is, right? There's 3 different heavens, right? So see, but a lot of our people don't know that, right? Go ahead, King.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 55.
Bring it out.
All this have I spoken before thee,
Right?
O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
So when he said he made the world for our sakes, he made the world for the Israelites' sakes, not for everybody else.
That's right.
He only made the world for Israel. Go ahead, King. I'll show you that.
As for the other people,
Oh, now he's talking about the other people that's not Israel. Watch this, because they say, oh, the Lord loves everybody. Well, let's see if the Lord loves everybody.
Con.
as for the other people, which also come of Adam,
Because they also come from Adam, though. Now, watch this.
thou hast said that they are nothing.
No, they something, brother.
Thou hast said that they are
Come
nothing.
on, King. Everybody's something.
They
They
are
are
nothing.
nothing.
Go ahead, King.
But be unto like spittle.
Do you know what spittle is? What does it seem like spittle sounds like? If I say spittle, what do that kind of sound? Con.
Con.
Go ahead.
Con.
Go ahead.
Con.
But
Bring it
be
out.
like unto spittle.
Go ahead.
And has likened the abundance of them
The abundance of them. Go ahead.
unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
So if you had a pitcher of Kool-Aid, right? And you had one drop of Kool-Aid drop out of that vessel, right? Is you gonna drop the whole pitcher of Kool-Aid for that one drop? Or is you gonna say the hell with that one drop because I got a whole pitcher in my hand? What was you gonna do? You gonna sacrifice a whole pitcher of Kool-Aid for one drop of Kool-Aid? Con. So he said
Con.
he likened the abundance of them, so all the other nation unto a drop that fallen from a vessel. Go ahead, King. Watch this.
Con. But he likened unto them as Slaki, as has likened unto abundance unto them a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen,
These heathens, go ahead.
which have ever been reputed as nothing,
No, there's something, brother.
which have
Ever been reputed as nothing.
No, but they're just like us, brother.
which have ever
Ever been reputed as nothing.
Watch this.
have begun to be lords over us.
Right? Who's lords over us right now? Don't be scared to say who's lords over us. Who got the best of everything in this world? So-called white men, right?
God.
Go ahead, King.
And to devour us.
And to devour us, right? See, because the Most High ain't dealing with black, Mexican, all that, right? The Most High made 18 nations, right? Yasharallah is Israel in the Hebrew tongue. If you look down there,
Get out.
these are the nationalities of all the people on the earth. But see, the Most High didn't call them white. He didn't call them Mexican. Us, Mexican, Latinos, and Native Americans are all the same. We're all Israelites.
That's right.
He didn't call them Japanese, Chinese. If you look at all those are the names of the nationalities according to the Bible, right? Go ahead, bring your precept out, King, and then we're going to show her how you know who Israel is. Go ahead, King.
This is the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
No, they ain't a drop of a bucket. They ain't a bucket.
The nations are as a drop of a bucket,
And this is Isaiah, right? Go ahead, King. This is a whole nother book, right?
and are counted as the small dust of the balance.
They counted as a small dust on the balance. That's what the Most High feels about him. Go ahead, King.
Behold, he taketh up the owls as a very little thing.
As a very little thing.
And I'm going to drop down to verse 17.
Go ahead.
Verse 17.
This is the Most High saying.
All nations before him are as nothing.
Oh, there's something, brother.
Are as nothing.
Are you sure it says nothing?
Are as nothing.
That's
Why don't the churches
right.
read that to us?
And they are counted to him less than nothing.
Oh, they're more than nothing.
Less than nothing.
So see, this is why we're waking our people up, because see, now you need to find out who is Israel though, because see, everybody keep thinking. I got to go. Go ahead. Hey, because I got to think. They got everybody thinking that everybody's the same, right? But the Most High is going to show you right here who it is, and then we're gonna go to that. Go bring it up. Give me. Oh yeah, give me Isaiah.
Okay. It's Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9.
Bring it out.
Listen, sister, because see, when you read the Bible, right? When you read the Bible, you don't read it from Genesis to Revelations, right? This is how you read the Bible. Go ahead, King.
Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
This is God. This is how he's saying, Isaiah is saying, who will God teach knowledge? And how shall he make you to understand his doctrine? Go ahead, King.
Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
See, so that's how you read the Bible, right? Because a lot of people ask, well, why are you going from Isaiah over to Genesis, back over to Deuteronomy, to Exodus, over to second Esdras, to Revelations, right? Well, that's how you read the Bible. See, we haven't been taught properly. And so that's why the Most High said in the last days, he's going to send his prophets out to teach his Bible, right?
That's right.
And so that's the Most High, because trust me, I used to smoke weed, right? I used to drink, hang out. I used to do the women of Zion wrong, right? You think I wanted to come out here and teach the word? Most High woke me up like, look, brother, you gonna go out there, you gonna teach the word, or you gonna die.
That's right.
And so that's where we at. Go ahead, bring that precept out,
This is
King.
the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
He showed his word unto Jacob,
So he showed his word unto Jacob, right, sister? Go ahead, King.
his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
No, unto everybody in the world.
Unto Israel.
He showed his laws to Israel. Go ahead, King.
Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
No, he does so with the so-called Moab.
He hath not dealt so with
any
any
nation.
nation.
No, he does so with Edom.
He
has not dealt so with any nation.
Right, so he said he's only dealing with Israel, sister. Go ahead, King.
That's right.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
Praise ye the Lord.
Yahweh.
So you know how they always say, oh, the so-called Irish, they've been in slavery, right? No, they chose to come over as an indentured service.
That's right.
Into history, they chose to come over here, be like, okay, I will work and I will do servitude for X amount of years, right? And then I will get my freedom back, and then I can do what I want. But like the brother before you came up, right? The brother brought up Baruch 4:1, right? Actually, bring out Baruch 3 and 8 real quick, because I want to show her, and then I'll get your precept right after that. Because see, people think that we're free because we get a little car, right? We get a little house, get a little job, right? But think about it. If a slave master destroyed you mentally, just like if you had a dog, you had your dog chained up in the backyard for years and years, right? Then once you let that dog go, after you done beat him and trained him, that dog's not gonna go further than what you told that dog he can go.
That's right.
Right? So that's what the so-called the Edomites have done to us, right? They've indoctrinated us so long, over so long period of time, over 400 to 500 years, to where now we don't think we're in captivity, right? We think we're free, right? But let's find out, thus said the Bible, because see, the Bible tells us the truth. The Bible ain't gonna lie to us. The Most High tells us the truth through the Bible. So let's see what the Bible says about captivity. Go ahead, King.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8.
Bring it out.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
No, I got a crib,
We are yet this day in our captivity.
but I got my own with my own though.
We are yet this day in our captivity.
Go ahead.
Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach.
For a what?
And a reproach.
Go ahead.
And a curse.
And a what?
And a curse.
See, so he scattered us for a reproach and a curse. The Most High did that.
Yeah.
See, nobody ain't put us on them slave ships. The Most High put us on them slave ships.
That's right.
Go ahead, King.
And to be subject to payments.
To be subject to what?
To be
subject
subject
to
to
payments.
No,
payments.
my car paid off.
To be subject to
Why you
payments.
think you still pay
Taxes.
taxes on your car, right? Go ahead, King.
To be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers,
Iniquity ain't nothing but sin. For the sin of our fathers. Go ahead, King.
which departed from the Lord our God.
Which departed from who?
Which departed from
From the Lord our God.
So if you listen to the word our, the our is a possessive noun, right? So when you read the Bible, you'll see things like thy God, our God, your God, right? So if I said, hey, that's our watch, right? You'll be like, no, this is my watch, right? Thy watch, right? That's a possessive noun saying that this is just my watch. It's singular for mine, right? So that's like the Most High. The Most High is saying, our God, your God, thy God, like that's all possessive. So he's saying he only loves one group of people, right? Go ahead, bring that out, King. Watch.
This is the book of the prophet Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
It is word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
No, children of everybody.
O children of Israel.
Children of everybody.
O children of
Go
Israel.
ahead.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, you only,
No, everybody.
you
You
only,
sure it don't say every nation?
you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
All right, hold up. Now, he said, you only have I known of all the families on the earth. I showed you. It's 18 families on the earth, man. But yet he only know Yasharala, number one.
That's right.
Right? So now you need to figure out who you are. Go ahead and finish that off, King.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
For all your sins, right? So if you got any kids? So if your kids went and started doing a whole bunch of bad stuff around town, right? The police got them, put them down to the station, right? Are you gonna whoop all his friends and him or her, or are you gonna just whoop your child? Because if you whoop all the other children, what's gonna happen? You're probably gonna go to jail, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna only whoop your child, right?
God.
That's what. But you're gonna whoop your child, though, right? You're gonna punish your, like we not even say whoop, but punish your child, right? So that's what the Most High said. He only know only one family of all the earth. Therefore, he's only gonna punish one family because everybody else he don't know.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? That's heavy, man. Because now when the Most High cracked the sky, who is he coming to save? Right? What's your name, sister?
Kimmy.
Kimmy? So look, this is what the Most High said for you. Go ahead, bring that out.
Khan, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Okay, so for the Wan Kodash, holy means separate in the Hebrew tongue, right? It doesn't mean like, oh, you're holier than thou and all that what the Christian churches say, right? Holy just means separate, right? Go ahead and bring it up from the top. So
Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Go ahead.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God.
See, why do you keep saying thy? So the Lord your God, go ahead, King.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee.
What did he do to Kimmy?
He
Chosen thee.
What did he do to Kimmy?
He
chosen thee.
Go ahead.
to be a special people unto himself.
Unto himself. That is a big word. Go ahead, King.
Above all people.
I thought we was equal to everybody.
Above all
But I
people.
thought the Constitution said we're equal.
Above all people that are upon the whole face of the earth.
See, so what did the Most High say about you, Kim?
That I've been chosen
God.
To be what?
to be upon the face of the earth.
Special.
Above all people.
Above who?
All people.
Above what?
All people.
That
God.
are where?
Above the earth.
That are upon the face of the earth, right? So he's chosen the Israelites to be above all nations, right? Go ahead, bring that precept out, and then we'll go there.
Con, this the book of Esther, chapter 10, verse 10.
Bring it out.
Therefore hath he made two lots.
Two what?
Two lots.
Right, so he made two lots, right? So he made two things, two separate things, right? Go ahead, King.
One for the people of God.
What? One for the what?
One for the people of God.
Everybody was made equal.
One for the people of God.
You see what he just said? He said he made two lots. One for the people of God. Go ahead, King.
And another for all the Gentiles.
For who?
For
All the
You
Gentiles.
see what he did? See, so he made two separate lots. He made one for his people, right? Oh, go ahead,
There's
King.
more on that. Slack it.
I'm sorry.
Verse 11. And these two lots came at the hour and time and day of judgment before God amongst all nations.
Ooh, go ahead and read that again from the top of that verse. Oh,
And
that's
these
heavy.
2 lots came at the hour and time and day of judgment before God amongst all nations.
Right?
So God remembered his people.
No, he remembered everybody.
So God
Remember
remembered
his people.
and justified his inheritance.
And justify who?
His inheritance.
Hey, before you get that, kid, go to Deuteronomy 30.
30.
Go to Deuteronomy 30 and 4, I think it is. 30 and 7. Looking for when he said that when he gave the inheritance on the sons.
Yeah,
Is it 32? It's 32. It's 32.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
32 and 8.
32 and 8.
32 and 8.
32
32
and
and
8. This is
Yep.
the book of Deuteronomy.
It don't matter.
Slaki, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32.
37.
Chapter 32 and verse 7.
7, 8, 9.
Remember
That's
the
7 to 9.
days of old.
No, don't remember the days of old.
Remember the days of old.
Hey, Shalaki. Hey, so remember when they was beating our back in? And they said, oh, let's forget about it, right? Remember that? Look, if you look on this chart right here, you look in the back, you see how his back was just beat in, right? Remember them days? Right? Go ahead and bring that out from the top.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7.
Bring it
Remember
out.
the days of old, consider the years of many generations.
Right?
Ask thy father, and he will shew thee thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Uh-huh.
When the Most High divided to the nations,
No, he gave everybody everything.
when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
Their what?
Their
Their
inheritance.
Go ahead.
When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
Of the children of everybody.
Of the children of
You
Israel.
sure it ain't Moab?
Of the children of Israel.
Go ahead.
For the Lord's portion is his people.
It's everybody.
Is his people.
It's his people, Israel. Go ahead.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Man, see, so you see what he just said?
But you're not involved.
His people, right? His people. Israel. So that's what we're here to wake our people up and let them know, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, that we are the people of the Bible, right?
That's right.
Right?
Because they said that everybody get the right. Most High sent the Son for everybody, but he said in Matthew 1:21, for his people, save his people from their sins. So go ahead, bring out Deuteronomy 21, 28 and 1. And bring out 28, 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power,
So if you're to listen to the Lord, your power, right? Go ahead, King.
unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments,
Right.
which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power will set thee on high
Right?
above all nations of the earth.
See, so the Most High said that if we'd have listened to him, right, and did all the law, statutes, and commandments that the Bible tells us to do, right, that he would have set us on high, right? Just like Deuteronomy 7 and 6 said, above all nations. We're better than all the people on the earth, right?
Con.
So where are we sitting right now? How are we doing as a people? Are we getting killed in the streets?
Yeah.
You ever heard,
Police doing us
you ever
wrong?
heard the saying we on the bottom
Doing
of
us
the totem
wrong?
pole?
Give me the book of
On the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
where
watch
we
this,
at.
sister. Well, we're going to get into the curses, but watch this, though. See, because this is another curse that ain't in Deuteronomy, but it's still a curse, right? See, because the Most High tells us in the Bible who his people is over and over again. We just don't read the Bible, man. Go ahead, bring that out.
This is the book of the prophet Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
Whose possessors slay them.
No, they don't slay us.
Whose possessors slay them.
What do the police do to our people over and over again, sister?
Slavery.
Right? Watch this. And watch what he say after that.
And hold themselves not guilty.
Oh, but the first one just got held guilty, though. Go ahead.
And hold themselves not guilty.
See, they had to do one. They had to at least give us one because they seen the uprising coming. They see all the teachings, right? They look, if you go online and see the Hebrew Israelites, right? It's 144 different camps that go out and teach this word day in and day out.
Ah.
That's not to mention how many brothers has woke up to the truth, right? Go ahead, King.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
Right? Because that's what them slave owners used to say, right? Blessed the Lord, for I am rich, right? Go ahead, King.
And their own shepherds pity them not.
Right? The pastors, right? This is like a 2 or 3 fold. Because he's talking about the pastors, right? The evil pastors don't do nothing. They ain't doing nothing but just getting that money because they got a 501(c), right?
God.
They 501(c) allow them not to get taxed, right? So, as far as them getting taxes, they like, look, as long as I keep them
Same
Israelites
chapter,
in the
same
darkness,
chapter. 6
right?
what?
We'll let y'all get that free money.
Same one.
Y'all ain't got to
Right
pay
on
no
the
taxes.
Verse 6.
Y'all ain't got to give nothing back. All you got to do is just continue to feed them because they know that if God is on our side, if we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, right, that the Most High is going to destroy a place.
That's right.
But because we continue to sin, the Most High is not behind us, but we're slowly waking up as a nation, right? Go ahead, bring your precept out. and then we'll get that.
It's more on there.
All right, go ahead, King.
Verse 6. For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land.
He won't do what?
For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land.
Go ahead.
Saith Yahweh, but lo, I will deliver the men, every one into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king, and they shall smite the land, and out of the hand I will not deliver them.
See? So you see, that's exactly what happened to us, man. That's why we're going through what we're going through, right? So now we're finna show you some curses that only the Israelites went through to prove who you are according to the Bible. Go ahead, King.
Con, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these good things,
all these curses,
all these great things.
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Hey, so sis, is a curse a good thing? A curse is a bad thing, right? So go ahead and give her that first curse in verse 16.
Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Right? So in the city, sis, who has the worst living conditions? Who have the most abominable living conditions, right? Who gets killed in the streets, right? Who get done wrong as a nation? You know what I'm saying? We just found out that the oppressor slay us and hold themselves not guilty, right? We see it over and over again, right? Who goes through this as a nation of people, right? Who would you say goes through that?
Black.
So-called black Latino
God,
Americans,
that's right.
Right? Give her the next part. And then he said, in the field,
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
in the field, the tobacco field, right? The cotton field, the strawberry, the apple, right? All these orchards, the Native Americans went through that same thing. The so-called Latinos went through the same thing. How you doing, brother? Hey, come over here, brother. Let's tell you who you are based on the Bible, King. Hey, come on after you get out.
He'll give you another one.
We'll give you another one. Hey, right? So, who cursed in the field, though? Work field, first fire, last hire. Who are these people?
That's
Black,
it.
right? The
God.
so-called blacks. And the reason why we say so-called blacks is because you can't look in the Bible and find the word black in there. You can't look in the Bible and find African American, right? We're the only people that actually was named after a damn hairstyle. Think about that, Afro-American. That's crazy, man. So then when we call the so-called Edomites, when we call them straight Americans, straight hair Americans, I mean,
God.
how crazy would it be, though? You know what I'm saying? Nobody else are named these things. If you notice, every 20 years, the so-called black man gets a new name.
Right.
Before that, he was called colored. Before that, he was called what was the
Negro.
What was the other name? The Negro,
Negro.
right?
Asiatic.
Asiatic. Man, there was just so many names, right?
Afro, African.
Monkeys,
Coons.
dogs,
coon licking,
colored. I mean, it was
horse
just
monkeys, all of it.
all those things, right? But yet, what do the Most High call us, right? And see, and that's what we're doing. We're waking our people up, right? Go ahead, bring that curse out, King.
Which one? 32 or 37?
37, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking too.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
And it was what?
An
Man,
astonishment.
look at that nigga over there. Go ahead, King.
A
A
proverb,
proverb, man. All black people like chicken, right? If you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book, right? Go ahead, King.
a
A
byword
byword, color, nigga, spit, porch monkey, right? Go ahead, King.
among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
No, the so-called white man led us.
Whither the Lord shall lead thee.
See, so the Most High led us to these places, right?
Right.
These curses. Go ahead, King, bring that out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
To who?
Toward
his
his
brother.
Oh, I want your Air Force Ones, right?
Toward his brother.
Who does that, though? Who shoot people for Jordans, right? For their gold chain, for their fat watch, for their car. We carjack you. Who does that? For a street corner. Look, it ain't even up there no more, but literally just last week, a Hispanic brother got gunned down right there on Monday, right? All because it was another brother's spot. Right? Go ahead, King.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate,
Because we used to love our brother. Go ahead,
Right.
King.
his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
No, he gonna stay.
Which he shall lead.
No, I love my family.
Which he shall lead.
Hey, sister, who got the highest domestic violence rate?
African American.
African Americans, so-called,
Con.
and so-called Native American. I mean, Native American and also Hispanics. If you look it up, sister, I'm telling you, these things are real, man. And the Latino community is Puerto Ricans, you know what I'm saying, Brazilians, like all of them. You know what I'm saying? If you look at both of these signs and you look at the people underneath those names, right? All those people are oppressed. If you get on YouTube and look how they're living, their living conditions in the city is horrible. I'm telling you, right? If you look at how they get treated by the police, same as we do in our country, right? They beat their women, same as the black man here, right? You may look at me, right? Look at this brother. You may think we black, right? But we are Native American.
That's right.
We're the Gadites. If you look under the Gadites, we're the Native Americans. It's down there towards Issachar, right? The Gadites are the Native Americans, not the Seminole Indians. The Seminole Indians are Reuben, Khan, which are on Florida, right? Go ahead, bring that precept out, King.
Khan, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33.
Bring it out.
Or is he talking about Gad? Khan. Verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
No, they weren't oppressed together.
We're oppressed together.
You see that, sister? We oppressed together. Where are we oppressed together at? Where's we oppressed together? Where's the Indians and the black, so-called black and the so-called Indians oppressed together at? In America. Because if brother, pull it up. Pull up. When did the Mexicans and Indians go into slavery?
1519.
Know what I'm saying? Pull it up so she can see it. If you pull it up, and go ahead, finish reading that, King.
Khan, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast and refused to let them go.
No, she out of her captivity.
They
Refuse
refused.
to let them
No,
go.
I got my own crib and I own it.
They refused.
Refuse to let them go.
You see what I'm saying? See, we think we're free, but Baruch 3:8 told us that we're yet this day in our captivity.
God.
That's right.
Right? See, so the so-called Native American and Mexicans actually went to slavery 150 years before the so-called black man.
Right.
But see, a lot of our people don't know that, and it's right there on Google. Like if you look it up, they let us know all the time. Everything we want to know, they let us know. But if we read this Bible, though, the Bible lets us know everything, right? Hey, why she looking that up? Hey, bring that up right there.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 45.
Bring it out.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee.
Right? So he's saying on the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. See, I told you. And a lot of people don't even know that the so-called Mexican and so-called Indians went into slavery 150 years before the so-called black man.
God.
Because see, when they came over to the United States, right, they had to go ahead and get rid of them because they knew the land. They tried to enslave them first, but they knew the land. They would navigate out of that thing. So what they did is they took them the opposite way.
Right.
So that's how you get the West Indies, right? That's how you get Brazil. That's how you get Jamaica. I mean, that's in West Indies. That's how you get Cuba. That's how you get Haiti and Dominica. That's how you get all that. Then they're over. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying Ecuador. I'm just
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Ecuador, all those South American countries down there.
Central America.
Central America, everything.
And that's how you get all of Israel in all them places, right?
God.
Because we were scattered for a reproach and for a curse. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
In the mind, right? We got destroyed in the mind. Go ahead, King.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power
We didn't listen to the law, statutes, and commandments, sister. Go ahead, King.
to keep his commandments.
No, we ain't got to do the commandments.
To keep his commandments
Go ahead, King.
and his statutes,
And the statutes. Go ahead, King.
which he commanded thee, verse 46.
And look, and think about that. Command. So if you command your child to clean up your house, right, are you giving them a choice? So the Most High didn't give us a choice.
Right.
He commanded us to keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Go ahead, King.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee
The curses, right? So these curses shall be upon the Israelites. Go ahead, King.
for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Right? So when you went and you came over here to this ATM, right? You came to Wells Fargo ATM, right? When you saw Wells Fargo, that was a sign that indicated that that was owned by who? Wells Fargo, right? So we went to Food Line, that sign above it tells us who owns that grocery store. Food Line, right? So these curses are upon the Israelites for a sign and for a wonder to let you know. If you ever wondered, man, I wonder who God's chosen people was in the Bible. Because it said the Israelites, but who are the Israelites, right? It'll let you know that these signs will indicate who Israel is.
God.
Right? Go ahead and bring me verse 68.
Come.
Watch this.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right? So when we left out of the country of Egypt, right? It never had an account that we were going back into Egypt, right? So give me the book of Exodus chapter 30, verse 2.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am Yahweh, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So do you know another word for bondage?
Hell.
What is it?
Hell.
Hell? No. It's another word I'm looking for. It's okay. It's okay, sister. Go ahead and bring this out of Judith. Watch this.
This is the book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
Therefore, the king of Egypt,
Right? So it's the same context. Remember, like I told you, you got to go here a little, there a little to figure out what he's saying. Watch this. The king of Egypt. So it's the same context, right? Go ahead.
therefore the king of Egypt, or Pharaoh,
I'm sorry, Shalaki. Judith chapter 5, verse 11. I'm sorry, Shalaki.
Okay, Judah chapter 5, verse 11.
Yep, I'm sorry.
Okay.
therefore the king of Egypt, or Pharaoh,
Right? So when we were in Egypt, right, the king of Egypt was Pharaoh, right? So it's the same context, right? In Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Go ahead, King.
rose up against them and dealt subtilly
So he dealt harshly with them. Go ahead, King.
with them and brought them low with laboring in brick and made them slaves.
Made them what?
Made them slaves.
So another word for Egypt is what? Go ahead and made them what, King? Go ahead and read that one more time.
And made them slaves.
So another word for Egypt is what?
Wait.
Slavery. So slavery is another word for Egypt, right? So put that in place of Egypt and say slavery, and go ahead and read it from the top. Watch
The
this.
book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into slavery again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Hey sister, where did he bring us into? He brought us into slavery with what?
Ships.
With ships, right? So who went into slavery with ships?
Blacks.
Right. So that would be the Israelites according to the Bible. Go ahead, King.
With ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Now that's a twofold, because he's saying you will see it no more again. You will see not the physical Egypt as well as your homeland, right? Because when we go to school, they say that our history started as slavery, right? We don't, or they'll say Africa, right? But we can show you in the Bible that Africa is not the motherland of us all. Go ahead,
right.
King.
Con. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
Until you're what?
Unto your enemies.
Sister, when we got off that same ship, who we sold to, sister?
White man.
But who did God tell us we were sold to?
Enemies.
Right? So now you see the reason why we get the knee to the throat, right? Come in Miss Taylor house and shooting up before, oh, we thought it was this over here, right?
Yeah.
Our kids getting snatched up, right? Brother got a Snicker in his pocket and he gets shot. You reaching for your insurance and you get shot, right? Now you see why this happened, because would you do that to your friend? Come. Go ahead, King.
Thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen,
Slave men,
and bond women,
slave women.
and no man shall buy you.
And in the Hebrew tongue, buy is redeem. So nobody will redeem you, right? Because Marcus Garvey, right? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they all tried to. Who else was the other brother I always forget?
Khalid Muhammad.
Khalid Muhammad, right? All these brothers tried to redeem us, right? But they couldn't redeem us. You know why? Because we got to rate on Yahweh Shai, where the world really knows Jesus to redeem us.
That's
'Cause
right.
see,
Right.
the letter J was invented 500 years ago, right?
That's right.
So if you look it up in your Google, the letter J was invented 500 years ago.
Wake 'em up,
So
Bob.
there was no way that his name could be Jesus back then. So it was Yahweh Shai, and the Father God name was Yahweh, right?
Right.
Because what color do they tell us Jesus is in the Bible? I mean, what color do they tell us Jesus is, right?
White man.
White man, right? So, yeah, Khan. So if I told you I could show you that he's different, right? Would that change your ideal of these Christian churches? All these different churches? Would that change how you look at them?
Yeah.
Right? Give me the book of Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1.
Con.
And then read 2.
Okay. Con. It's the
One
book
word.
of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1.
Bring it
Bring it
out.
up.
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So revelation is just mean the revealing of, right? Go ahead.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Go ahead, verse 2.
And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, verse
Right.
2, who bear record of the word of God and the testimony of Jesus Christ and all things that he saw.
See, so he knew, the Most High knew that this day was going to come, right? Where everybody was going to put this false picture out, right? And was going to say, oh, well, Jesus, he's white, right? He's not who he is. Hey, give me the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. Because, right, he knew that this day was going to happen, right? Where they're going to lie.
I'm gonna time be son. That's how-
First Maccabees 3 and
I got
48.
that, Con.
Oh, it's First Maccabees?
I
Uh-huh.
got
This
that.
one of which
He
one
was
you
talking-
talking
I
about?
got it.
Yeah, I know that one. Hey, so watch this.
Gotta find it.
All right, bring that out first.
It's locked. It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48.
Bring it out.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Of who?
Of their images.
See, so they painted the likeness of their images, right? So that's why we come out here and let our people know, right, that at the end of the day, that we are the people of the Bible, because they painted the likeness of their images,
That's right.
right? So what is their images, right? We said our enemy, right? So their images would be the so-called white man, right? So that's why they painted that image, right? All right, go ahead, bring that out.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
For a father afflicted with untimely mourning,
Right? So how this picture came about, right, was there was a father that was afflicted with untimely mourning, right? Go ahead, King.
when he hath made an image of his child soon taken away, now honored him as a god.
Honored him as a what?
As a god.
Right? So now who do they honor this as? Don't they? Because they say
God.
that's Jesus, right? But we just said we're gonna get further into Revelations of how he really looked. Go ahead, King.
When was then a dead man.
As a what?
A dead man.
See, so his son was dead, man. Go ahead.
And delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices.
Ceremonies and sacrifices. What was those ceremonies, sister? What ceremonies do they honor for the so-called Jesus? What ceremonies do they honor him with?
In church.
Yeah, what we call them holidays because we woke.
Holidays.
We call them holidays. So what holidays reverence the so-called Jesus? Easter, did that ring a bell?
Easter,
Right?
Christmas.
Have you ever saw a bunny lay an egg?
No.
So where did that come from? See, that's all pagan rituals, right? So we got Easter, right? We got Good Friday, right? We got Christmas, right?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, which that
Thanksgiving,
actually
yeah.
was the slaughtering of me and this brother. We Indian,
right.
4th
right?
of July that's coming up.
4th of July, right?
Right.
All these holidays, the Most High didn't give us that. Go
It
ahead.
was more than that.
Yep, go ahead. Yeah, I got some more on that though.
Verse 16. Thus, in process of
In
time
process of time, go ahead.
and ungodly custom grown strong.
What type of custom?
An ungodly custom grown strong
Go ahead.
was kept as a law.
Was kept as a what?
As a law.
Go ahead.
And graven images,
What happened?
graven images,
You Cesare Borgia?
graven
Because
images,
if you look up the word Cesare Borgia, right? See what he read in Maccabees, right? Maccabees is talking about Cesare Borgia because in the Iconoclasm, which is when they whitewashed everything, right? Leonardo da Vinci had repainted all the prophets, right? So all the prophets are black. Peter, John, right? Job, Isaiah, all these mighty men is men of color, right? And we can bring that all in the scripture. But go ahead, King.
and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
All right, so see, that was commandment of kings kept. Let me show you this picture of God though, real quick. I mean Jesus and God, and then I'll go ahead and let you go. Go ahead. Skip down to verse number 12.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 12.
Bring it out.
Hello.
And I turned to see the voice, Slaki. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, unto like one like unto the Son of Man come.
Right?
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Because in our ancient time, in our ancient attire, right, we used to wear garments down to our foot, right? Go ahead, King.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot, and a girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Because back in them days, right, people were trying to attack you from the back and then stab you. So that's why he had a belt like a WWE wrestling belt, right? So that way it would protect him from any stab wounds in his midsection. I'm sorry, King. Go ahead.
At verse 14, his hair and his hairs were white like wool.
It was what?
Were
White like wool.
Hey, sister, who hair is white and woolly?
Black.
Black, right? So we're gonna play a game of baseball. That's strike number 1, right? Because they give us this dude with this stringy dog hair, right? So go ahead, King.
Were white like wool, as white as snow.
Right? So that's another strike because they say it is either brown or whatever, blonde, but he
Blonde,
said white.
straight hair.
Right? So that's strike 2. Go ahead, King.
White like wool, white as snow, and his eyes were a flame of fire.
His eyes were what?
a
flame of fire.
No, they were blue or blonde, brown.
His eyes were
Or
a flame of fire.
So that's strike 3 because they say his eyes are brown or blonde or blue, right? Go ahead, King.
Salakia, verse 15, and his feet like unto fine brass.
Right? So if what color is brass?
That's a gold. A brown.
Right? So it's a brownish color, right? So if you look at it, so brown is a brass is a derivative of brown, right? But let's see how brown the Messiah feet was, because if your feet is a certain color, it should match the rest of your body, right? When you say, so if you took your socks off, your shoes, it would be similar, close to the rest of your body, right? So let's see how brown was he.
Verse 15, and his feet were like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
As a what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
So if you burn anything in a furnace, right, sister? What color would it be?
Black.
Black, right? So what color is our Messiah?
Black.
So let's see, cause see, he wasn't no Roman toga wearing, soft Edomite type looking brother. Listen to this. Go ahead and finish that off.
And his feet were like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters.
Because see, he was a austere brother, right? He was strong and powerful, so he didn't come weak like that, like them depictions that they give us in these movies are. with one on the shoulder like, brothers, stop that, because we get people all the time telling us, you shouldn't be hollering, right? When he said the Most High, if you went out to Niagara Falls, right, is it going to be quiet? Is the water going to be raging quiet? Have you ever heard of quiet raging waters? No, a raging water is very loud, right? So the Most High Son was a strong and steer man, and he was powerful and mighty. So when Yahushua talked, with the word really knows Jesus, he talked with authority, right? Go ahead, King. This is what the Father looks like.
This is still the Son.
Oh, it's still a son?
Yeah.
Hey, bring out the Father, though. I want to show the Father. 7.
Okay, 7.
Daniel 7, yeah.
Okay.
Con, yeah. Because I want you to see, because normally, if you see somebody with a son, normally the son looks like who? The Father, right? So let's see what the Father looks like. Go ahead.
This is the book of the prophet Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
So they called him the Ancient of Days, right? Why would you think they would call God the Ancient of Days? Because there's no beginning or end with God, right? He's here from the beginning, and he's going to end this thing, and he'll still be here, right? So that's why they call him an Ancient of Days, because there's no timetable that anybody can say, okay, he was this time. Go ahead, King.
Whose garment was white as snow.
Who had a garment? So first of all, this debunks that he's a spirit, because if you got a garment, right, you got to have a body in order to have a garment, right?
Right.
So that debunks that right there. And his garment was white as snow. Well, what did it say about his son? He had a garment as well that was white as snow, right?
Yeah.
So that means his son is just like the Father. Go ahead, King.
And the hair on his head
Uh-oh.
like the pure wool.
Who else had wool hair? So God would be a what then? A black man.
That's
He would
right.
be a black
Right.
man, right?
There you go.
Go ahead, King.
And his throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
See, so it's just letting you know that he was powerful. You know what I'm saying?
I got another
You know what I'm
precept.
saying? Get one more and then we're gonna let you go,
Yeah,
sister.
God. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 4 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone.
See, so do you know what a jasper and a sardine stone color is?
Hey, King,
No.
Google a jasper stone.
It's like a brown. It's a
Yeah.
dark brown color.
So you just bring out the ephod.
Yep.
Yeah.
The who?
A
Jasper, yeah, just
stone.
for the sake of edifying, yeah, just bring up the the jasper. But no, you fine. But
Jasper stone.
a jasper stone is like a dark brown,
Yeah.
right? So that's why they reference him to a jasper
I'm gonna read it
stone.
again. And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone.
Huh.
And there was a rainbow round about the throne in sight like unto an emerald.
See, and the rainbow represented he wasn't going to destroy the earth by water anymore, right? But then you got this alphabet game, the A, B, Z, X, U, you know, the L, B, G, T, Y, X, Y, Z crew, right? They got the rainbow. That's an abomination to the Most High. He gave us the covenant of the rainbow, meaning he wasn't going to destroy the earth with water anymore,
Right.
but with fire this time, right? Right? Go ahead, bring that precept out.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter
So,
10 and verse 8.
So, sister,
Jeremiah
did you
10 and
get a
8.
flyer? You got a flyer? So look up everything on the YouTube, right? We got multiple camps on there, got videos on there, right? We got our phone number on there, right? We got our YouTube channels on there. We got email addresses on there, right? So reach out, sister, and learn more, right? Get in your Bible and read. This is your heritage, right?
Right.
This is your heritage, man. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. This is your heritage, so come back to your heritage, because everybody's not going to get the kingdom, right? And if you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you're not going to get that. Go ahead, King.
Let's right with it. Book of Jeremiah,
See, that
chapter
was the
10
spirit
and verse
right there.
8. But they are altogether brutish and foolish.
Right there, what?
They're altogether brutish and
You
foolish.
talking about Israel? We all together brutish and foolish, man. Go ahead.
The stock is a doctrine of vanities.
A doctrine of what?
A doctrine of vanities.
So that means that all these doctrines that the world brings to us, right? They're just a doctrine of vanities, man. Go ahead, bring out Jeremiah 17:4.
This is the book of the prophet Jeremiah,
Watch this, sister.
chapter 17 and verse 4.
Bring it
Get
out.
out.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
She would do what?
Discontinue from thine heritage.
No, religion.
Discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
No, thy friends.
Thine enemies.
Thy friends.
Thine enemies.
Go ahead.
In the land which thou knowest not.
So do we know America? See, we were Hebrews, right? Right? So this is what the Most High gave us, and then I'm gonna let you go. I'm for real, I'm gonna let you go after this one.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Behold, I have taught you statutes.
No religions.
I have taught you statutes.
No, to be a Catholic.
I have taught you statutes.
Go ahead.
And judgments.
And what?
And judgments.
Go ahead.
Even as the Lord my God.
Oh, here we go with the possessive noun again. The Lord my God. Go ahead, King.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Go ahead.
Keep therefore and do them.
No, all we got to do is just remember.
That's
Keep
it.
therefore and do them.
No, the Most High said that we got the commandments in our heart.
Keep therefore and do
We got
them.
Go ahead.
grace.
For this is your wisdom.
This is your what?
This is your wisdom.
See, that's why our people ain't got no wisdom, because we ain't came back to the law, statutes, and commandments. See, the Bible's simple. Go ahead, King.
And your understanding
And your understanding. Go ahead.
in the sight of the nations,
Go ahead.
which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is
Is
a wise and understanding people.
And that's why we ain't great right now, sister. Right? Go ahead, keep going though.
That's right.
Watch.
This verse 7.
Watch
For
this.
what nation is there so great,
So great. Go
who
ahead.
hath God so nigh
See,
unto them,
because no other nation have God nigh to them but us,
Yes,
sister.
sir.
Go ahead, King.
as the Lord our God,
No, Lord, everybody God.
as the
Lord
Lord
our
You sure you
God,
don't say everybody God?
as
the
the
Lord our God,
Go ahead.
is in all things
As in all things. Go ahead, King.
that we call upon him for.
Go ahead, King. One more verse.
And what nation is there so great that the statutes and judgments so righteous as this, like it, as all this law which I set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget these things.
Let's say do what?
Lest thou forget these things.
What did we do as a nation?
Forget
these things.
See, so we forgot these things, sister. Go ahead and finish that off, King.
which thine eyes have seen, unless they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life.
See?
But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
What do we got to do to Sister Kimmy?
Teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
Right? And that means daughters as well, right, sister? So that means like you see the sister over there? Like this is King's rib, right?
Come.
What do you see that she has that most women nowadays don't have on?
Give her one line.
The skirt with the tassels.
Right.
11.
Leviticus.
No, Leviticus.
Leviticus 21.
20 and I thought it's 20 and 11.
I gotta go get my grandbabies.
Go ahead, sister. Hey, so you would be a Judite from the tribe of you'll be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Let me hear you say that, sis, before you go.
A Judite from
We'll
the
bring it
tribe
out, too.
of Israel.
Yep.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Kai.
The woman should not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Go ahead, sing it again.
The woman shall not wear which that pertaineth unto a man.
Right? So the Lord says that a woman should not wear that which pertaineth to a man, right? And what's one thing if you went to the bathroom and you couldn't read, right? How would you know which bathroom was the men and the women bathroom based on the pictogram?
The skirt.
Right, right?
That's right.
And that's why they did that, because that's the differential of man and woman. Like, throughout, even if you go to look at old slave movies, the women always had dresses on, even in the field.
And their
Like-
hair was wrapped.
And their hair was right. And it was just because they knew who they were.
Come.
Swing low, sweet chariot, right? The chariots ain't nothing but the most high chariots in the space, in the kingdom, right? It's gonna come down and save us, right? Go ahead and finish that, because watch this. He get deep in it though.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So how would you feel if the men of the Most High was up here in skirts, right? Bringing out this word, telling you things, right? You would look at us like, what the hell? Right?
If we were coming
You
out
wouldn't?
dressed like Medea, would you
So,
accept what we say?
yeah, would you respect us if we had skirts and dresses on up here with halter tops and everything? You would?
Yeah.
Hey, bring me the book of,
Because it's all about the knowledge.
No.
no, it ain't about, look, watch
It's the
this.
spirit that come with it. It's the spirit that come with that.
Hey,
dress.
watch this, sister.
If a man
Watch
put on that
this.
dress, it makes him feel equal.
See the word, go ahead and finish that, King.
Let me finish this out. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy power.
No, he loves them.
All abomination unto the Lord thy power.
So he not only said that he don't like it, he said abomination. If you look at abomination, the Most High cannot stand anything that's abominable.
That's
Watch this
right.
right here.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 13.
These are all laws right here. Go ahead.
If a man also lie with mankind,
No, but everybody deserves to be loved, brother.
if a man also lie with
No,
mankind,
but everybody deserves to be loved, right, King?
If a man also lies with mankind,
Uh-huh.
as he lieth with a woman,
woman
Uh-huh.
both of them have
committed
committed an
So
abomination.
what?
abomination.
Well, what's going to happen to him, King?
They shall surely be put to death.
No, every sin is created equal.
They shall surely be put to death.
See, now you see the difference between just the clothing? He didn't say you would be put to death. It was just abominable, right? But then he said this one is not only an abomination, but he going to put you to death for that thing, man.
Come.
Right? See, the Most High ain't playing, man.
That's right.
And see, our people think, it's okay to be however you want to be. Oh, the church said come as you are, right? But the Most High never said come as you are, right? The Most High said that he gave us these laws, statutes, and commandments, and if we don't, then the Most High is going to deal with us, right?
Precept.
Go ahead, bring it out.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 15 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
The Lord hateth all abomination.
No, he loves the abomination.
The Lord hateth all abomination.
No, he don't mind abomination. He just hates the sinner or the
The
sin.
Lord hateth all abomination.
Go ahead
And they that fear God love it not.
and see if you fear the Most High, you ain't gonna do the abominations. You know what I'm saying? The sister, after she learned who she was, you know what I'm saying? She made haste. She came back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Psalm 119:60, right? So that's what we got to do in these last days. Once you know the Most High wakes you up to the law, statutes, and commandments, and who you are as a nation of people.
Another precept.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then you start keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. I promise you. You think that you was blessed before, the Most High is going to bless
He
you.
gonna be
And the
blessed,
thing of it is throughout the Bible, when you read, that you will never hear anybody in the Bible like pray for money, for a car. He knows that you need those things, so you ain't got to pray for that. All you need to do is pray for him to give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Come on.
Understanding this word.
That's
and
right.
everything else is going to be given to you. I'm telling you. But we're in captivity though, so remember that. Go ahead, King.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
No, I can pay my way into salvation.
And neither shall their silver nor gold shall they be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
Go ahead.
But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
See, so he did that based on, because people that think money gonna be all right with them, right? That ain't gonna be able to save you in the day of his wrath, right? So we got to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. I'm gonna give you one more commandment that you see everybody else, and then I'm gonna let you go for real, for real.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 37.
Yep, watch this.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 38, speak unto the children of Israel.
No, speaking to everybody in the world.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
See, sister, he only dealing with the children of Israel, sister. You see what I'm saying? This Bible ain't everybody's Bible.
That's right.
This is our Bible, and we come to take our Bible back, sister.
That's right.
Go ahead, King.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garment.
Look at this, sister. So if you look at all the brothers, right, what do you see that we got? Look at the sister dress. Well, look at the sister dress.
There you go.
You see those fringes? But then there's something else you got to do too, though. Watch this, King. Watch this, sister. Go ahead, King.
Bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
So how long throughout your generations? How long did that last? Did that like end after you have a generation? Throughout, if I say, hey, you teach your children throughout your generations with the S, does that mean it ends shortly, or you just continue to teach and teach? Go ahead, King. We're gonna find out why he said that. Go ahead.
Throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So that's why you see, look at the brother just walked up. Look at the brother just walked up. He know who he is, right?
Right.
He got the fringe with the ribbon of blue on, right? Right? Look at that. Go ahead, King. See, we waking up, sister.
Verse 39. And it shall be unto you for a fringe.
For a what?
For a fringe.
Go ahead.
That ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
And do what?
And do them.
No, just think about them.
And do them.
Go ahead.
And that ye seek not after your own heart,
No, after Cesare Borgia.
and you seek not after your own heart,
After your own heart. Go ahead.
and your own eyes,
After your own eyes. Go ahead.
after which ye used to go a whoring.
Go ahead. That's it.
Verse 40.
Yep, and this is it.
That ye may remember and do all my commandments,
All the commandments. Go ahead.
and be holy unto your power.
Be separate unto your power. Go ahead.
Verse 41.
This is it.
I am Yahweh, your power,
Your God. Go ahead.
which brought you out of the land of Egypt,
See, out of Egypt again. Go ahead.
to be your power.
To be your God, right?
I am Yahweh, your power.
See, that scripture right there, he said, I'm your God 3 times. Why would he say that to somebody?
God.
He's trying to make an emphasis. That's why if you notice, whenever I tell the brothers to read something, I do it 3 times. Because whenever God makes an emphasis in the Bible, he always did it multiple times.
God.
Because we hard-headed. Go ahead. So you can go ahead and leave, sister. But hey, go ahead and reach out and look on YouTube and listen as you're going away. Go ahead, King.
This is about what he said about keeping the commandments and the fringes. This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 8.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice
Go ahead.
that I will punish the princes and the king's children.
Because you're a king and you're your husband and your sons and all that. They're kings and you're princess, and you're a queen and your daughters are princesses. Go ahead.
And all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
No, they ain't got to wear fringes.
With strange apparel.
So no matter how much you know the Most High, you got to wear that apparel, man. So hey, all praises, sister. We love you, sister.
praises.
Come back to your heritage, sister.
That's right.
You're a Judite from the nation of Israel.
That's right.